Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to delve into the fascinating world of space exploration and the unsung heroes who made it all possible. Imagine opening a window to a brand new world. A world where the moon is not a smooth, glowing orb, but a rugged landscape of craters and mountains. A world where planets have their own moons, and the Earth isn't the center of everything. This is what Galileo Galilei discovered, and his revelations shook the foundations of science, philosophy, and religion. But his quest for truth came with a heavy price. It was a quiet evening in 1609 when Galileo Galilei stood on his balcony in Padua, staring at the night sky. Beside him sat his prized creation, a telescope he had improved with his own hands. Slowly, he aimed it at the moon. For centuries, scholars believed the moon was perfect, smooth as polished marble. But through his telescope, Galileo saw something shocking. The surface was jagged, marked with deep craters and towering mountains. Could the heavens be just as imperfect as the Earth? He wondered. Galileo's astonishment only grew. When he turned his telescope to Jupiter, he noticed tiny dots of light circling the giant planet. Night after night, he observed their movements, realizing these were moon's objects that didn't revolve around the Earth. If Jupiter has moons, why must Earth be the center of everything? He wrote in his journal. But the real game changer was Venus. Watching it over time, Galileo discovered that Venus goes through phases like the moon, proving it orbits the sun. This evidence shattered the old belief that the sun and planets revolved around Earth. In 1610, Galileo published his discoveries in a book called The Starry Messenger. It was an instant sensation. Scholars marveled. Kings invited him to their courts, and ordinary people talked about the man who revealed secrets of the cosmos. But Galileo's fame wasn't welcomed by everyone. The Catholic Church, which upheld the idea that Earth was the center of the universe, saw his findings as a threat. If the Earth wasn't the center, what else might the Church be wrong about? Despite warnings from the Church, Galileo couldn't stay silent. In 1632, he published another book, Dialogue Concerning the Two Chief World Systems. It was written as a conversation between three characters. One supported the idea that Earth was the center, another argued for the sun-centered model, and the third acted as a neutral observer. The problem? The defender of the Earth-centered model came off as foolish, and it didn't take much to see that the clever, sun-centered character was Galileo himself. The book caused an uproar. The Church summoned Galileo to Rome to stand trial for heresy. In the courtroom, an old man stood before the powerful Inquisition. Galileo was no rebel, he was a scientist, but he knew the stakes. If he refused to renounce his ideas, he could face torture or death. Under immense pressure, Galileo recanted. The Earth does not move around the sun, he declared. But according to legend, as he left the courtroom, he muttered under his breath, "And yet, it moves." A prisoner of truth, Galileo spent the rest of his life under house arrest. His spirit, however, remained unbroken. Even in confinement, he continued to write and think. His work would later inspire Isaac Newton, who built on Galileo's ideas to create the laws of motion and gravity. Galileo didn't live to see his vindication, but his discoveries laid the foundation for modern science. Today, when we look through telescopes, we see not just stars and planets, but the legacy of a man who dared to challenge the status quo. Galileo Galilei didn't just observe the universe, he changed how we understand it forever. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to follow and subscribe for more fascinating content. Until next time, keep exploring.